How are you, Theresa?
Morning, good, good, good. No complaints from a freezing Cape Town.
How's it cold there?
It's freezing cold today. I think 14 is the max today.
That's like the high year in the UK.
Oh, true. Yeah.
So you're from Namibia?
I was born in Namibia, yeah, and then my father. We went on a holiday to my mother's sister who stayed in P at the time, and we did a road trip from Namibia, and we drove through obviously Tsitsikama area. And when my dad saw all the luscious green, he thought, no, that's it. We are moving. He bought a farm in Tsitsikama while on holiday. So
Driving through that part of the South Africa is a very, very beautiful place.
yeah, for sure, for sure.
And the type of art you do?
So I am I only do abstract, but my niche, or should I say, how people, when people walk and they say, "Oh, I've seen your work. I know that's a Theresa," because it's texture based. I love texture based. I think because of who I am as a person. I love to see, I love to touch, I love to feel, and therefore texture is just absolutely my passion and what I enjoy doing because I work with my hands. Yeah, so it just, for me, it feels like I'm giving a little bit of extra when my hands are involved. It's weird, but that's my thinking.
Your texture art, what is the actual substrate that you use to make the texture?
I use a product, a local product called Dala, and the only reason why I enjoy the texture paste that they make is because of the rubber compound that is in there. So I've got work from 2007 that is hanging at clients, and it still looks like it's done yesterday.
Okay.
So I have played around with, trying to find a mixture of my own, but you always will run into it's cracking, it's too dry, the consistency is just not there, where if you shop your Dala product, it's done, it's perfect. I don't have to worry about, would there be a crack tomorrow morning or 2 days time when it's drying out. So yeah.
So if your, what do you call it, modeling paste?
Yeah, it's just texture paste.
So if your texture paste dries too quickly, it's obviously going to crack.
Yeah. So I leave it very natural, let it go. In winter, it obviously takes a little bit longer, sort of 2, 3, 4 days. But summertime, within I would say within a day, it's dry, and I can actually, get going with my paint. And I think, often people ask me, so why don't I already mix my paint in my texture? Why do I do my texture first? And there, it's a very simple answer that I've discovered that works for me. As you can see on my faces as well, if you put your color in beforehand, it's just a dead base that you work from. So I love layering, and obviously, if I just allow it to dry naturally, it gives me the time to actually just create my base layers as I wish, and that create then obviously for me the depth that I want in my work ultimately.
Have you had issues with a surface affecting?
Yeah. Yes, and this is the funny part. So obviously not coming from an art background, where I went school art, studied art. I discovered a local guy making beautiful. I mean, obviously I'm part of we call it our support group, the local artists. I mean, Jeanette, for example, who you know as well.
Yes.
So we all have references with regards to who's the local guy that really manufactures and produces a good canvas, etc., etc. So in the beginning, when I started, I found that yes, I need to pay extra because I cannot do the shop canvases purely because of the weight of the texture. So I have got a local guy producing some fantastic canvases for me. And then I did my first Decorex show. I did Decorex in Cape Town, no issues, beautiful. And then I did a Joburg show. And the next morning, I got to my stall and I'm seeing, what the heck is happening? It's like they're all hanging. And I thought, no, it can't be. I mean, well, and then I discovered, obviously, it's the dry air. So
Yep.
obviously I had to do the water spray at the back and then pulled it beautiful. So Jeanette was then telling me about where she gets her canvases from. And I thought, okay, well, let me give it a try. So I've placed my first order with you guys. And I got my frame because I love the frame. I mean, I went with the framing canvases.
Yes.
And I love it. I remember at that stage, my first little miniature faces were up at Route 44 in Stellenbosch, and it was like choof, 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 sold. Everybody says, oh, the framing is just fantastic. The coloring is, it's just fantastic. So I reordered my second batch, and, I am always in a rush. So obviously I clicked in the wrong things. And here comes your second shipment to me, and I opened it up, and I knock on it and I go, well, this is now not canvas. What is this now? And I thought, oh, you obviously made a mistake. But I thought, okay, well, I'm desperate. I am in need for canvases. I'm going to work with it. And so I, per accident, ordered the box, the box board. Oh, my word. And well, that's the end of me. So it was like, wow, there's no sagging, there's no, I don't have to worry about anything. So by accident, I actually discovered the best product forever for me. So yeah, I'm sold.
Yeah. So these are the first two faces that you made. Yeah. I remember Jeanette telling me about that. I think she tagged me in it or something.
Yeah.
Beautiful work. And you say those are sold already? Quick.
No, quick. I know the little faces, that's my signature. Those are my signature works. I had somebody coming into the gallery the other day saying, I saw that and I knew it's a Theresa work. So it's like, people get used to sort of what you do. And
yes.
I think it's important that people can recognize, doesn't matter where they work or, walk, they recognize your work. And I think that's quite a struggle that some of the junior artists struggle with as to what, how do I try a little bit of this, try a little bit of that. But the quicker you can just settle in that one thing that people can look around and say, oh, but I know that artist.
Yes.
That's her style.
Yes.
I think that's the ultimate for me.
Tell me about your jellyfish.
Yeah.
That's the latest one, by the way.
Yeah, absolutely. So it's just, often you get a commission and people would say, well, this is the theme, or, it's not necessarily something like my kids would say, but Mom, that's not what you normally do. And I said, well, there's always, how do you say to a commission, no, you can't do that. So you go with the flow and you go. But again, they've got faces of mine. So it is the style that they are after. It is they love also the framing, just the end product for them. And whether it was then a jellyfish or face or doesn't matter. So it's about, they love the texture style that I use. So obviously on photos, you can't really, I suppose you can get a feel for it on video, but the real texture, it's, better,
Yes.
Photos doesn't do it sometimes justice. But in any case, so this client bought already faces from me. So they knew exactly my style and that's what they enjoy. So they reckon, doesn't matter what I'll do for them, it will be the same. They will know that is a Theresa piece. So hence the jellyfishes was done for them. Yeah.
Sometimes going out of your comfort zone, doing things for commissions, it also allows you to experiment and discover new things,
Oh, for sure. Yeah.
Tell me about your gallery. How long has it been going?
So it's I'm a year now here in Durbanville, and I was a year at Route 44 in Stellenbosch. Okay. And it's an emporium, so there's a few boutiques, a hairdresser, so a few shops inside the emporium. And I was first at the back, and there was a coffee shop in front. Now the coffee shop anchors the visitors into the emporium so that they can, linger longer. And they moved out, and the agents were bringing like fish and chips takeaway people, like weird tenants. And I just said to my husband, oh my golly, imagine if there's a fish and chop place in front to get to a gallery. I mean, how would that work? Nightmare. And I said to him, I think I should just, move to the front and take over the space. And he looked at me and he said, so then why not? And that's 6 weeks ago. And yeah, every day is as a learning school still, but loads of fun. You'll be amazed just the response that I get with regards to, wow, it's all good and well to have a vida, but it's cold. There's no personality. People that just naturally sit and have a coffee, look at art. I mean, on Saturday, there was somebody again, popped in for coffee, but they left with art, unplanned, because she saw something that she just had to have. And it's just wonderful.
No, that's great. Have you got any tips for upcoming artists or potential gallery owners?
Well, let's focus first on the artist. I cannot stress that enough to you as to when one says no, do not stop painting. I cannot emphasize that enough. I've had 8 years ago when I did my first pop-up show at my own house in Durbanville, and that was purely because of a youngster that I met that said he doesn't know now which way to go anymore. One gallery says, no, it's not this. The next gallery with the same work says, it's too much this. It's like, it's the same painting, but he gets so controversial kind of opposite answers.
Yes.
And then I said to him, don't worry about the galleries. Let me do a pop-up. And that's how I started with pop-ups with regards to, if the one says no, it doesn't mean there's something wrong with your art. Just continue, because somewhere along the line, you will find your niche, you will find your crowd. And I think that's the second thing that I want to say, besides the not stopping. You have to have a tribe. You have to have that support. You cannot do it on your own. So build a group. A girl also about 2 months ago said to me, but she's got a lot of artwork. What does she do with it? Because the galleries just say no. I said, well, have you considered doing a pop-up at your home, for example? Oh no, that sounds like too much effort. I said, hi girl, how do you want to then do something that does not involve effort? Everything is effort, but get started. There's nobody that can say to you, no, you can't have a pop-up at your own home. Get 2 or 3 friends and just get going. So yeah, I think that positive kind of moving forward and not to stop. That's my biggest advice that I can give to somebody. And yeah, I mean, the gallery thing for me is just as well, just make sure that you've got variation, fresh, not the same. And yeah, I think if you're passionate about it, people will pick it up. And that's ultimately, somewhere I read a little thing that says, they buy from you ultimately.
Yes.
It's you that connects with them ultimately.
Okay, have you got any new plans coming up? Any things on the horizon?
Just except for that the wine theme. I think that is something that keeps me busy right now. And yeah, it's always just to, what's next?
Thank you so much for spending some time with me and sharing your beautiful art with us.
Yeah, no, 100.
I wish you luck at your business over there, and I can't wait for you to get your paint and sip people on the right track.
Yes. Right, 100%. No, I must also just thank you for your team here in South Africa. It's just, I sent a little WhatsApp after I placed my order to say, have you received? Because, typical time is always kind of like when there's a new batch that needs to be done. It's sort of like, yes, thank you, got it, will be sorted. So I know that once my order is placed, it's in good hands. So yeah, very happy.
I appreciate the support in that. But thank you very much for your time, and I'm sure we're going to chat some more on Instagram and everywhere.
Oh, perfect. You have an awesome day, and good luck with the dentist, eh?
Thank you so much.
Cheers.
Bye-bye.
Bye.